Right, it's Tuesday night, first live stream of the week. Depending on your point of view of when the week starts, I say Monday and it ends on Sunday. Rain, Estonia Independence Day. Oh my God, I missed that. 3 cheers for who was Estonia independent from the USSR? Is it marking that independence or is it from another empire? I mean, I'm on the internet. I could look it up. Estonian Independence Day. February 24th. Okay, so this is Estonia's Independence Day, February 24th. 1800s, time of national awakening. Early 1900s saw upheavals, the Russian Revolution, First World War, rise of the Bolsheviks. During a brief window in February 1918, between the Bolsheviks' retreat from Tallinn and the impending German invasion, Estonian leaders seized their opportunity. The Estonian Declaration of Independence, formerly titled the Manifesto of the Peoples of Estonia, was adopted on February 21st, 1918, first publicly read on February 23rd from the balcony of Endel Theatre in Pano. So it was printed and distributed on February 24th, and that's the date celebrated as Independence Day. Independent sovereign state did not come easily. German forces occupied Estonia until November 1918, after which Estonia had to defend its independence against the Soviet westward offensive. So there you go. It's Estonian Independence Day. Oh, I saw that story today, Heine. Guy who was just trying to hack his own robot vacuum, hacked thousands of robot vacuums. So first getting freedom from the Tsars, and then having to defend against the Germans, and then having to defend against the Soviets. Complicated. Hey, Justin. All right, I made a new beverage today and I haven't tasted it yet. Nice urine sample. 9 out of 10 of these clarified cocktails come out looking like a urine sample. It's really just the level of hydration that varies. Okay. I'm going to do this. Ugh, orange not want to peel nicely. Hey, Celtic. I mean, the urine sample probably tastes good. I haven't tasted it yet. They usually taste good. Oof. Trimming some pith. The great Australian tradition of taking the pith. A stupid pun I must have done 100 times on this stream, but you know, I'm a creature of habit. That's my excuse. So before the Tsars conquered by Swedish Vikings, German Crusaders, damn, bloody had a few struggles in Estonia. Justin making homemade enchiladas. Nice. Yeah, I like making, I guess it counts as like variations on Mexican cuisine, which I'm sure Mexican people would go, well, yeah, guy, that's not how you do it. Yeah. So wraps. I like to make wraps, fill them with something. Cover them in cheese and bake them. Ray's got back from the gym. Nice little live treat. Oh, good. You got work tonight. Well, just having a chill out night tonight. A little bit later, be doing Laserdisc talk with Charlie. Well, you didn't. Okay, here's the thing. You've been raped and pillaged thoroughly, and you didn't get censored by YouTube. We were having a whole discussion the other night about the unpredictability of YouTube's censoring. Using it in the factual sense, and what conquerors do, invaders. I think we'll give you a pass on that. Oh, Justin, you Guzman and Gomez stock lost value. Oh no. I haven't been to Guzman and Gomez in ages. Oh, we got movie trivia night. Nice. So Ray's wrap, turkey. Let's tomato, onion, mayo, cottage cheese, wrap tin foil so you don't leak on your shirt. Oh yeah, that's the great kebab trick. Have it wrapped in foil so it doesn't leak on you. And I don't mind fresh wraps at all, but like I said, for preference, I'll cover them in cheese and bake them. Ugh. It's always a drama trying to get down to the last couple of cherries in here. It's a struggle to get them on the skewer. So just because it's still going well, but it's the US expansion will always get you. Whose watering hole are you going to tomorrow? YouTube's allowing that because of Trump Epstein. Maybe. Wait, okay, by coincidence, is that home for the elderly complaining about YouTube blocking relatively innocuous comments? Wow, this one's certainly interesting. Damn, I put some Amaro in this, some fruity stuff. Yes, it is. Oh no, as an experiment on the milk part of it, I did a blend of the new flavored coconut water I found at the supermarket, pistachio and white chocolate flavored coconut water. Now, Popcorn, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Unusable. You're going to go to Twitch? You think you have more luck with comments on Twitch? Again, I'd love to see the actual comments so I know we guess what it's doing. I'm doing fine, thanks, Neon Popcorn. Thank you for asking. Oh, nice. Honey getting the burger. That's always good. Rain, you've had LMAO redacted on Twitch. All I said is that you were talking to Ray's about going to his pub, yeah. Oh, okay. So trivia. Okay. That's okay. So there were comments missing, which is why I wasn't understanding what was happening. So there's a trivia night on Wednesday. So I saw you mention trivia night. I saw you mention you going to his watering hole. I did not put the two together. So you're getting much less restrictions on Twitch, Rays. Yeah, so that's what he's saying, Rays. He's going tomorrow to trivia night. What does that taste like? Yeah, I think it varies. Like there was God, what's the weird? There was a weird one. It was a couple of years ago. Twitch was saying they were going to suspend people for saying simp. Of all the things, you could suspend someone for saying simp. Celtic, the urine sample tastes pretty good. I'm trying to nail down the taste. I think it's just fruity. And I think the Amaros put a little bit of complexity in there, which is nice. Yes, you can say simp now. It was a very weird short-term thing. Well, I think there were like flame wars going on there, and yeah, Twitch said, "Oh no, you'll get suspended if you call someone a simp." And as Hassan Piker found out recently, you can get suspended if you say Zionist and attach an insult to it. Dear. Yes, try typing LMAO. Oh dear. Here to type. Yeah, it's the censoring on YouTube is erratic. Yeah, LMAO is perfectly safe, obviously. It's yeah, it's very, very strange. It's a cray world is what I'll say about that. Rain, you're right. It may have been a specific streamer's profanity controls. Oh, I saw you added countdown to your Plex. That was a hell of a show. I think that might have been when you typed simp repeatedly. 256 episodes of countdown, damn. Rain, profanity, obviously, I'm AO fucking K with. Slurs, I'm not. And the auto functions on the various platforms will get most slurs, actually. And crazy with, man, 256 episodes of countdown. God damn. You know, I think my fondest memory is it's like their 10th anniversary, though, and because it wasn't broadcast live, but it was basically the hosting stuff was recorded live and like wasn't edited. They didn't do multiple takes. It was just they'd run through the show with a studio audience. I'm sure if something terrible happened, they'd probably do it again. I don't know. But basically, they did it without takes. They just recorded live with an audience and it was broadcast later. And was it the Countdown Spectacular? I don't know. What I remember about it is he had, I think like his main guest in the studio was Sherbet. We were big at the time in the 70s. And they were, no, I don't think you ever saw someone with a drink in their hand. I don't remember, but they were clearly drinking when the video clips were playing because they were getting more and more shit-faced. And Sherbet in particular were really shit-faced. And then the final thing, like there was a clip and then it was the final good night. And Molly was gone, and Sherbet are signing out the show, absolutely hammered, really obviously hammered, and going, Molly had to go, he couldn't stay. And I was going like, the state Sherbet were in, and they were doing the sign-off. What the fuck happened to Molly? What? Jesus, how fucking rat-assed was he, was my question. So now Popcorn, coming from cybersecurity major, Twitch is incredibly flippant on what's okay to say. Yeah, they're very weird. The Countdown Spectacular was in 2006. Oh, but yeah, that must have been a celebration. No, this was like one of their anniversary shows in the 70s. And it just always stuck with me. Sherbet signing off on the show, and they were clearly pissed. And them saying, oh, Molly had to go. He must have been so fucked up that they were the responsible ones. Right, we're talking about pronunciations. Kept referring to rolling R as a hard R. Oh, good. Speaking of hard R. Ray, do you understand blackface is an issue? Oh, no. It was, the history of blackface is ugly as fuck. Just absolutely vilifying black people. It's particularly around like late 19th, early 20th century. And I mean, minstrel shows continued. There was the black and white minstrel show was on TV when I was a kid. So it continued right through to the 70s. But yeah, it's got a history of just being really, really vile abuse of black people. Rain, okay, you got caught out on something. See, it happens. Oh, good. Yes, gollywogs, terrible stereotype. What? Okay, because growing up in Australia, we use that word for Italians and Greeks, and it wasn't until years later I found out Brits used it for African people, and hence gollywogs, caricature of black people. But yeah, it was really weird growing up using that as a not completely vicious epithet for Italians and Greeks. But yeah, after growing up with it, but finding out the Brits used it for Africans was very weird. Celtic. There was a shit ton of racist content on TV when I was a kid, and no one thought anything about it. Well, I'm sure the people who were targeted by the racism thought a fair bit about it. So it was a Charlie the Gollywog. Yeah, the black doll. Yeah. You saw it the same way as the redhead Raggedy Ann and Andy. Yeah. Yeah, except it's that blackface caricature on the Gollywog. Oh, yeah, Jinx in Pokemon was like blackface. It was very weird. It is true. There's still a lot of racist stuff in the 80s. No two words about it. Switch Jinx to purple. Yeah. Yeah, the original design of Jinx was just like a minstrel face. As HX's point of view, hate starts out at the dinner table. Yep. It's true. And it starts with just belittling and escalates into violent subjugation, being excused. But anywho, well, this is a fun topic. But then again, I don't police things. We talk about all sorts of things. Oh, speaking of things, race. Okay, so we I'm sure we're all aware of Tourette's, although Tourette's syndrome is complex and presents in different ways. The Hollywood version is spouting profanities all the time, which is actually only a relatively small minority of the tics people with Tourette's have, but it's real. Sometimes there are other sounds; they're not even words, but the person doesn't particularly have control of the sounds they make. Sometimes the tics are physical; the person can't control them. Sometimes it's just impulse stuff, like the urge. One that happens apparently is the urge to smell things, including people, just going up and smelling things. But the swearing thing, I think, is maybe less than 20% of people with Tourette's. But yeah, there was someone at the BAFTAs, the British Academy of Film Television Awards. It was tied to something, a well-known a well-known Tourette's advocate, a guy with that Tourette's tic of shouting profanities and whatnot. And guess what he shouted when two black people were on stage? It's like, oh no, oh no. Hell of a thing. Hell of a thing. So, yeah, Arrays, it's they do they call them tics? I think they do. But yeah, it can be a verb, it can be words. It doesn't have to be profanity or inappropriate things, but that's a subset of it. Uncontrollable spouting of profanities. They can be physical tics. They can be behavioral things that the person doesn't really have control over. So, yeah. So there's a bit of a kerfuffle of the N-word being shouted when two black people were on stage. Like, oh, unfortunate. There's a bit of a kerfuffle. The guy apparently left because he's like, oh no, I'm upsetting everyone. I didn't want to upset everyone. There's a Twitch streamer. Oh god, now I'm struggling to remember her name. She's a Brit. I only found out of her existence not from Twitch, but there was a clip on YouTube. They were like the Twitch Awards. This was a couple of years ago, and she's a well-known streamer with Tourette's, and they got her to present an award. And so she's doing it, and of course, because it's a high-stress situation, and the tics are more likely to come out in a high-stress situation. And yeah, and she's just going up and says, motherfucker, fuck you. And she'd say someone's name and then go, bitch. And she got through it, and the crowd were actually really supportive of her. So yeah, Ray, and I think we're talking about the same thing. So I watch her streams sometimes, actually, because our worldviews are pretty similar. Like our politics and social views are very similar. Sweet Anita, I think her screen name is. I can't quite nail it down my head, but I think it's Sweet Anita. But yes, she's quite charming, and she, besides the profanity tic, she has some physical ones and sound ones, like non-verbal sounds. But she's quite engaging, and like I said, our worldviews are very similar. But yeah, shouting the N-word while two black guys are on stage. Yikes. Rays, I definitely want some positive news. Always like positive news. So Charlie, excited about this week's lineup? Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll be doing that in half an hour. Laserdisc talk. Enjoy doing that on Tuesday nights. give Charlie enough time to edit the video for Friday. Honey, how's your burger, or have you not started to hoe into your burger yet? Oh man, I like these clarified cocktails. And I've denuded another orange because there's no point keeping it because it was drying out. So I have more orange juice tomorrow. Ray's, you got a promotion to an office role? Leads to management position later? Yes. Hell yes. Dude, the amount of work you put in for them. Just an open AI in financial draw. Those various AI companies are going to crash the world economy because of the ridiculous debt leverage with them. Nice. All right, Rays, it's about time they promoted you, honestly. I love your edits, actually. The Pete Smith role raised it on last week's latest episode. I love those little surprise edits you put in. It's a hoot. I think I might have got distracted. Was it the last one that you put the Shuey video in? Because I know you showed me the clip ahead of time and I liked it. I think when I was watching that episode, I don't know if I was distracted when that was on. Yeah, it's very good. So you're still working events every now and then, doors, weekdays, be in the office. Is that perfect? Body's breaking from all the yeah, you needed a break. Yes, I didn't miss the play school bit, but yeah, I think I must have just been distracted at the point the Shuey video was on. Actually, that just reminded me of something. What Rain put up? I have to log in. It's on Instagram. But what was I doing? GIFs. GIFs. Oh, this is tiny because it's a GIF. What are we doing? But yeah, it's this infamous New Year's. That's so tiny. Is this infamous New Year's Eve Shuey that was in there? Oh dear. What are we doing here? We're all good. Oh yeah, no, you make me laugh with those things, definitely. Yes, the picture of me as a kid was very cute, actually. Yes. Justin, you asked ChatGPT if OpenAI was in trouble. Was that ironic asking a question? It said yes. And if they go bankrupt, I disappear. Yeah. Well, like I said, the US economy in particular is so ridiculously over leveraged with bullshit in the AI sector. It's inevitably going to crash and fuck us all. Raise Charlie wins trivia, you're going to piss yourself. Shut up one time. Outsmarts the suburb, drinks cocktails, and fucks off. Yum. That's a more straightforward one. I still had some of last week's clarified cocktail yet, which I deliberately made lower alcohol content. It had more fruit juice in it and more liqueurs as opposed to spirits. It still has alcohol in it, but it's lower alcohol compared to some of the ones I make. But yeah, just very fruity and sweet. I'm so obsessed with the cocktail things. I'm always finding stuff and going, I can make a syrup out of that. And what I initially thought when I found this coconut water flavored with pistachio and white chocolate. And it's quite nice on its own. And was thinking of reducing it, putting it in a saucepan and boiling away a lot of the water, concentrating it, turn it into a cocktail syrup. Justin, you like the chat pod acknowledging it'll die if the company behind it goes bankrupt? Yeah, the whole thing is extremely weird. Yeah, I know I've seen some people either joking or being serious, going like, well, the one plus side is when these companies inevitably go broke, all their infrastructure will get sold. So all this infrastructure is going to be sold, for less than 10% of its value because the companies are bankrupt. And so, yeah, maybe finally RAM and other computer upgrades get cheaper again. Downside is, like I said, they are going to crash the world economy. It's going to be fucked. It's just even like pure economics. For this not to be a bubble that bursts and crashes the economy, it's within at most a couple of years, these companies have to be making somewhere between 100 and 1,000 times the revenue they make now. And they have no road to that. There's all this talk about, oh, it's got to be everywhere. Yeah, but no one's fucking paying for it, man. So Ray's use young dated bottles like last 2 years, make a cocktail called the. Oh no! Oh, you're a bad man. You're a bad man. Oh my god! I think honestly, I swear we've made that joke on another stream as well. Yeah, no. Again, getting upgrades for computers has been made stupid expensive because the AI company's buying up all the chips. Right, and some of your comments aren't making it through. Are you being punished for using profanities early? Maybe. Like I said, we have observed YouTube is extremely erratic in what it lets through and what it doesn't. It's quite surprising. I have to look at the age. I have to look at the age statements on my spirits. Is there one that's like 14? I think it's this one. A rum. Yeah. No. I've got a 15-year-old rum. Make something with the 15-year-old rum and call it an Epstein. Oh my god. 60-year-old bourbon. Oh. Okay, I don't have enough money to have 60-year-old whiskies. Mix it from this year and call it Prince Andrew. No. Tricky say, you think do the 15-year-old rum and call it a Prince Andrew? Well, he was a sailor, wasn't he? In the Navy. Or was he in the Air Force? I can't remember. Yeah, Razor's idea for a Prince Andrew was different, though. Oh. What military did Prince Andrew? Because he was in active duty in the Falklands. Fuck off with AM, mate, dude. Get fucked. Navy. Okay. Helicopter pilot in the Navy. So we want a Navy drink. No ideas, man, Rays. Definitely. Thanks for dropping in, Neon Popcorn. CUNT. You know, that's a Shakespeare joke, Rain. I think it's from Much Ado About Nothing. It's from one of the comedies. And characters are trying to fool this foppish character that the lady of the manor has written like a love letter to him. They faked a letter. And the foppish guy looks at the letter and goes, "It's definitely my lady's hands. I recognize her C, her U, and her T." And in case anyone in the cheap seats missed the joke, the character who's spying on him repeats it. Did he say her C? He knows her C, U, and T? Shakespeare was filthy, is what I'm saying. Raise, take all the ingredients for Long Island iced tea, make sure they're bottle phase in the last year, call it Roaring Island iced tea. Epstein Island iced tea. Epstein Island iced tea. Oh, no. Oh. Today on Who's Going to Hell? Is it a coincidence VD stands for near disease? I don't think it's a coincidence at all, honestly. Shakoshi, you went to Kiyama, saw VD trying to preach. He was being nice. Maybe he got the medication. Raze, why did you get censored? I no. We are all confounded by what YouTube censors and what it doesn't. Interview with a former British Royal Guard, and he said this code name was CUNT. So Prince Andrew's code name was CUNT. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to look up a couple of generic cocktail names. How many cocktails have Prince in the name? Cocktails: Bonnie, Prince Charlie, Prince Henry, Prince of Wales, Crown Prince, Prince Charlie, and there's a few princess ones. What's a crown prince? Not that he was the crown prince, but tequila and port. That's weird. Okay. What's a Bonnie Prince Charlie? Brandy, honey herbal liqueur like Drambuie, lime juice. That's interesting. Prince Charlie. Brandy. Oh, sorry. No, okay. Apparently it's the same as the other one. Prince Henry. Gin, vermouth, white creme de menthe. Okay. It's Prince of Wales. Whiskey, pineapple juice. No, I think we want a sailor drink, because that'll be rum. Sailor's Swizzle, a fat sailor. That's a fun name for a drink. Or a sailor's comfort. Yeah, that's rum. Rum and coffee liqueur and lime juice and lime cordial. Sailor's Comfort, gin, Southern Comfort, lime. I'm just trying to find one that we can mess with and call it Prince Andrew. Navy. It's something that says Navy in the name. Navy grog. Okay, what's an Army and Navy is a popular one. Gin, lemon juice, orgeat. No, I'm coming up blank, honestly. Safi, you got rain. Didn't get serious rain. Oh, there are a couple of modern classics that were invented in Australian bars, Rays. Oh, okay. I'm trying to think. There's two in particular. The Japanese slipper was invented by a Frenchman working at an Italian restaurant in Australia. And there's another one that's an Australian thing. And yes, I've certainly got I've got some really fucking good cocktails that I invented. Was there a report that the CBD got flooded? Oh, okay. You know what I fucking did? I was going into the office today. I got all the way in and I got to like Parliament Station and something in my head just went, I think you forgot to put your laptop in your bag. And I was like, did I? Like I was about to get off the train and I just looked in the bag and went, get fucked. I forgot my laptop and they don't have like spares at work. So I stayed on the train because I was going around the city loop and then going back home. And then I'm working from home because that stage, because I had to go home, get the laptop. There would be no parking at the train station at that point. So to go back into the office would have wasted an hour or more. And no one in my fucking team was in the office anyway. So it's like, fuck that. So yeah, I had an hour of fucking around going on a train to the city and back. But I was home on it. Yeah, my neighborhood it rained, but not heavily. Heini, you know the head voice? I reckon my subconscious is more powerful than my conscious a lot of the time. Like sometimes I'll be at the supermarket getting some stuff and there's something in the back of my head go, there was something you were going to get and you forgot it. And I'm thinking, so I'm going, what? Did I forget anything? I can't forget anything. And I'll leave and it's usually when I'm halfway home, I go, fuck, that's what I was going to get. It's like my subconscious is just saying, you're forgetting something. Safa, I'm going to the hand doctor next Monday. I'm revisiting my surgeon and my therapist. But did I say it's not doing it at the moment? I've got to warm it up. That's so close. I actually touched my palm with the finger for the first time since November, since before I dislocated it. It's the first time I've been able to touch my palm with my little finger. I'll warm it up, it'll do it. Actually, if I can force it this way, because that's what my therapist will do. If I can force, oh, yep, that's oof. So I feel like that's a milestone I get to share with my surgeon and hand therapist on Monday. Raise an ice cream, milk, Bailey's, use a couple of bright colored shots for coloring hundreds and thousands. Call it Melbourne. It sounds like you're describing fairy bread, right? Now I got a couple that like I fucking love them. Quadrant, the J Ward, which I haven't made a video for yet. I came up with another one they're calling a Creole Sidecar. Creole Sidecar, brandy, orange liqueur, sugar syrup, 3 dashes absinthe, 2 dashes Peychaud's bitters. The Snosberry Fizz, of course, official drink of the channel. The J Ward. Oh, the one night in Bangkok we did with Murray Head. Was that any good? I don't even remember. Hello, Madam Butterfly. Wait, what YouTube am I logged into here? So Angry Cocktails. Bangkok. Okay, a tropical gimlet, one night in Bangkok. We need the sound. So what was in One Night in Bangkok? We workshop. Oh, that's the one that had muddled dragon fruit in it, which actually worked really well. Gave it a sort of creamy mouthfeel. So it's muddled dragon fruit, citrus gin, Shiraz gin, lime juice, and sugar syrup, and spice bitters. Okay, if I remember, it was pretty good. Jesus, Strictly Sega remembering all the original ones. The Despacito, which I also think was kind of okay. The Tall Ships. God, now I got to look at these. Uh, and then I did an old-fashioned Despacito. Okay, so the Despacito. I put something red in the bottom of the tall glass. Filled the glass with ice. Tequila, slow gin, topped with pasito. And the old-fashioned Despacito. Tequila, slow gin, mezcal, chili liqueur. Oh, and the syrup I made out of pasito. Lots of original cocktails. Yeah, it's fun coming up with your own cocktails. Like, okay, revisiting tall ships. Oh, maybe I didn't make that for the channel. Huh. Okay. Okay, I didn't put the recipe in this one. Oh god, that was in the early. Sorry, I was just looking at video. It was in the early days of me growing my hair long. Hello, Dr. Abigail. Friends don't let friends know about how fake Lonely Girl is. Yes. Also, you know what? I'm going to share this because I re-edited an almost 20-year-old video and made it. What? No. Oh, sorry. I thought that was the Angry Aussie channel. It's not. Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Oh, wait. I just realized what I should do. Let me go back. So how do you do this? How do you make a short go full screen? Um, Here's me struggling, not knowing how to make this full screen. Captions, audio track, reports, and feedback. I like this. You know what? I'm just going to play it a little bit. There's no fucking full screen button, Safa. Oh, fucking K. Jesus.
G'day, cocktail lovers. The Negroni.
Oh my God, what the fuck? Stop it. Oh, I fucking hate the shorts format so fucking much.
When shall we?
Ugh. Anyway. Oh, wait, it's on. I've already shared it. It's on screen. Okay, just for fun, though. Oh, wait. Understand. No, wait, stop sharing. I've just got to make sure I've put the audio on. Okay, it does default to audio. Just going to do this. Just for fun. Look what I did. Okay, I'm going to kill you all for saying full screen.
When shall we three meet again? By thunder, lightning, wind, and rain.
Tuesday? Oh, I could do Tuesday. How's Tuesday for everybody?
Yes, I could do Tuesday. If that suits everyone, I'll be there.
What? It was a rhetorical question. I was doing that for effect. It has to be tomorrow. Lonely Girl's going to be at the ceremony tomorrow. We can't miss it.
But I have my swing dancing class tomorrow. I don't want to miss that.
Yes, he can't really afford to miss that. He's really not very good, and he'll get too far behind the rest of the class.
What are you talking about, swing dancing? Well, where does swing dancing come into it? We need to be at the ceremony.
Oh, it's always about you. No one thinks about me and what I want.
Don't start that. Do not start that. We are not talking about that now. We need to take this seriously. We cannot miss Lonely Girl at the ceremony.
You do know she's fake, right? She's an actor. They're telling a story.
What are you talking about? What do you mean, fake? She's part of the faith. We've been building her up to the ceremony. Why do you say fake?
Honestly, it's been all over the news. She's an actor. She's from New Zealand.
Even I knew that.
Why didn't somebody tell me? How long were you going to let me go on making a fool of myself? And I believed in her story. Why does this always happen to me? me.
Honestly, we thought you knew. We were just playing along. Oh my God, you really thought she was real, didn't you?
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I need some time to myself right now, all right?
Does this mean I can go to my swing dancing class?
So for no good reason, I re-edited that. Robert, what are you doing? I'm going to kill you all. In full screen. Yes, so 20 years ago, almost 19 and a half years ago, I uploaded that video. And I just, because people are doing the thing where they play multiple characters themselves. I used to do that. I'm going to re-edit some of the old videos for shorts. And in that one, I tightened up the edits because the edits between characters were shit. There was like a 1 second gap between the talking. So I tightened up the interactions. And I also made a point of like, they've got to look consistently. So like I drew a thing on a paper like, this character's here, this character's in the middle, this character's on the right, so that they were facing the right direction when they were responding to each other. So a couple of times I had to flip the video, but it didn't take long anyway. So I edited it, I tightened up the edits, pretty happy with it. Like, I don't know, no one's going to watch it. It would be kind of funny if old school fans see it again and go, what the fuck is this? I have a memory of this. So yeah, that I'm pretty sure that video was uploaded more than 19 years ago. But yeah, just for fun, I'm going to go through the old multi-character videos and re-edit them into shorts. If you raise, you think I should have a compilation of the best anchor rant insults. I should turn the shut the fuck up video into a short where I just say shut the fuck up 20 different ways. Exactly, Charlie. A lot of the modern YouTube audience weren't even alive when the Lonely Girl thing happened. Just like 18, 19 years ago. But yeah, that's just the oldest mask video, as in multi-mask characters. Yeah, you're doing Laserdisc show, talking about the old days. From the old days. Speaking of which, it must be Laserdisc time. Are you ready? I feel like I want to mix something. Actually, I don't even want to mix anything. I've got a bottle of old-fashioned over here. Oof. Okay, I'm feeling those first couple. Ooh. This will get me slurring my words by the end of a Laserdisc talk. What's that? That's Infinity Whiskey. Look and see if I should add anything to the Infinity Whiskey. Safa, you loving the Laserdisc talk? I love the Laserdisc talk. Get some banter going about movies. Classic and not so classic, depending which ones we have. But yes. Oh yeah, okay, you got to link you, of course. I do, don't I? Don't know if this is going to make Pat suddenly appear, but sorry everyone, this one's Charlie's the only person You know what? Before I bring Charlie on, I'm going to do a toilet break. I don't need to, but I might in an hour. So I'm doing a preemptive piss. I won't be long. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Okay, I'm back. Reese, we're just discussing what happens to be new discs for Charlie this week. No predicting what's in there. Got to be surprised. Hi, back. I'm Abigail. Oh, you're rebooting. Okay, cool EO. Do that by all means. You don't want Terminator again in Rainfall. Well, I think Terminator on Laserdisc is actually quite sought after. It's very much of that time, 90s. This is a very cinnamony apple, old-fashioned. Oh, it's pretty good. Apple. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Apple pie, old-fashioned. Terminator. Well, Charlie, all I can say is Charlie's in charge. Was Terminator 2 on Laserdisc? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I've got to grab the mic. Sorry. Oh, shit. I didn't even bring it in here. God damn it. Got to go out and get my Zoom recorder. Okay, got my Zoom recorder. Got a little tripod to mount it. All right, we'll put it here, I think. Looks like a good plan. So, yes, Charlie, question from the crowd. Was Terminator 2 released on Laserdisc? Or was that too late? I don't even know the years. So, alrighty. Got this ready. Actually, I should check the battery. There we go. What's the battery looking like? Loading. That looks fine. Okay. All right. So, and Charlie's here.
1 second. 1 second.
All right. He's going to be back
Hello,
soon.
Angry.
Hey, how you doing, Soph?
Not too bad.
Glad to hear it.
I went shopping today and picked up a new outfit.
Ooh, nice. Shopping for outfits is always good.
Okay, this isn't part of this week's video,
Okay.
but this is to answer the question that was going on about Terminator 2.
Oh, yes. Oh, wow. A really special box set of Terminator 2.
Look how fucking gorgeous this is, right?
Oh, my God. That's fantastic. It's so shiny.
There, and then...
Oh, my God. That's really nice packaging. Yeah.
And it has the extended version, which has the bit where they go into the truck stop at the start.
Yeah.
And he tells John that he has to have his chip turned into learning mode, and if he's going to be a learning robot, you know.
Okay.
It's really nice packaging, isn't it? That's one of the many versions. That's my favorite version, to be honest with you. But there's an AC3 version, and then there's a squeeze, right, which is a thing called an anamorphic version. And what they do is they squish the video down into this really slight thing, and then when you press widescreen, it stretches it back out, and that way it uses up as much resolution that's available on the disc.
Okay.
Yeah, Sarah takes the chip out, and she's about to smash it. We've got to destroy these machines. And then John's like, if I'm ever going to be a leader, you need to listen to me now. You know.
Okay.
Am I right, Doc? I'm pretty right on that line, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
okay. All right, so I've got to do a couple things if we're going to do this.
Okay. First of all, we need to turn on the microphones.
Yeah, I got to turn on my microphone. Record. Are we good? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
And secondly, I'm going to turn off my speakers and go into
earphone mode.
And that just makes it so much easier to edit. So I can only have to evolve one audio track then. And I'm just waiting for my things to connect. There it is. Hello?
Hello? Okay.
You're right in my ear.
You're very intimate with Charlie. Saucy.
Okay, hang on. I got to press record. Okay. And then we're going to do our clap. Okay. Thank you. And move that there. All right. Let's go with my intro that I wrote. Welcome back to a whole Laserdisc thing. I'm Charlie, and Angry Aussie's here with me. And today we're going to go through 30 more Laserdiscs that will be arriving at this shop on Friday. Like every week, we like to take a look at films before they go up. So we'll have a chat about them and maybe remind people about a few movies they might have not thought about in a while. So here we go on this week's lineup, starting with...
Oh, Joe's Apartment. This is such a weird... This was kind of, sort of a hit and kind of not. This is a wild movie. Singing, dancing cockroaches. It's wild.
Right? Yeah. What the heck were they thinking? So this is, as it says here, MTV's first ever movie, starring the fat kid from Stand By Me.
I think he hates it when people say that. But again, it was like he was the fat kid from Stand By Me, and he got buff as hell when he got older.
Yeah, and he was in Sliders. You remember that TV show, Sliders?
Yeah, he did a bunch of movies. He did Sliders. He has a really good career, actually.
Yeah. And, so fun movie. It's not my thing, personally. I've watched it a few times trying to get why everyone loves it so much, because this is a pretty pricey disc and it's very sought after. But, yeah, it's just not my thing. So, yeah, moving on. We've watched this one just recently. I have, anyway. Johnny Mnemonic.
Oh, Johnny Mnemonic. Okay. For anyone who doesn't know, this is based on a short story by cyberpunk writer William Gibson. It's an early Keanu Reeves movie. The principle is Johnny Mnemonic is mnemonic as in remembering. He is a courier of data, but the data gets loaded into his brain, and that's the only way to securely transport this stolen data. And he's got to download it again. What was interesting is because the movie is quite different to the short story, because the short story was only a short story. It would only take 15 minutes to film it. And people were going like, oh, William Gibson must be so angry. William Gibson wrote the script for the movie. So all the extra stuff is all pure William Gibson.
Having said that, this is really different from the new version that you can get called Johnny Mnemonic in black and white.
Oh.
Yeah, the Johnny Mnemonic in black and white is very similar to the Japanese laserdisc pressing of this,
Okay.
where the Japanese bad guy is a much more fleshed out character.
That was the thing. There was a lot of financing from Japanese studios because the bad guy was Japanese. And yeah, there are two versions. The American version, he's not in much, but the Japanese version, he's in much more.
The Japanese bad guy is the same actor that was the head teacher in that, what's that movie? Oh, you remember the movie where all the teenagers kill each other on that island?
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Battle Royale.
everybody watching this knows what it is.
Battle Royale.
Oh, there you go. Good memory. All right, ready for the next one?
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh, Desperado. So early Antonio Banderas Hollywood movie, but this is the sequel to El Mariachi. El Mariachi was like a zero budget film Robert Rodriguez made in Mexico.
Yeah, on $3,000.
Yeah. And
Clerks could cost twice as much as that, which is quite funny when you think about it, you know.
Yeah. El Mariachi is really good. This is good. This is a sequel, and it's just Robert Rodriguez going, this is what I would have done if I'd had a bigger budget for El Mariachi.
This is like El Mariachi when you mix a bit of Machete. You know, ever seen that movie Machete? And it's a little bit of silliness in this. Makes it, so much fun to watch.
Steve Buscemi's in this, isn't he?
Yes, and Cheech Marin as well.
Yeah, Cheech Marin's in it. Cheech Marin's a bartender. Steve Buscemi is like the hype man for Antonio Banderas' character. There is some very funny, silly
that
stuff.
Sounds funny. Yeah. All right, here we go. Very, very hard to get Laserdisc. That's extremely sought after.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Deep Blue Sea. Oh, this is a shark. I loved this movie. This is a shark movie. It's actually really quite good. And no spoilers, but Sam Jackson's in it. And he has the plan to, no spoilers, but he has the plan to save everyone. If they'll just listen to Sam Jackson, they'll all get out of this alive. And it's just, this is a really good shark movie.
You know I'm going to have to include that clip.
Oh, you're going to put the clip in? Okay. Spoiler alert.
Put it in now. Yeah, it's so funny, this movie. And really I love how the sharks swim at like 600 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
It's so silly and fun. Yeah.
Great shark.
Very sought after this, though, because it was a very late release film.
Okay.
I think that came out on Laserdisc in the year 2000. So that was like,
the last year, more or less.
2001 was the very last year, but there was only like 3 releases in 2001. Okay. 2000 was technically the last year, but by then, most like companies, it was a lot cheaper to release movies on DVD, and it was much more profitable, even though people hadn't really got DVD players yet. Of course, there was a VHS market still going quite strong at that time as well, too. But yeah, anyway, next movie.
Oh, Mannequin. Oh, this is from 2000 to pure 80s. This is a weird... This is a
movie that lives and breathes 80s. Yeah, absolutely lives and breathes 80s. I'll let you take it from here. I'll sure. Sorry, Andrew McCarthy. That's who it was,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah.
his job. He's a window dresser for an
Yeah.
department store,
He's an
and
assistant window dresser. Remember, he works for Hollywood, which is that guy with the black guy with the extremely
yeah.
overly gay. Yeah.
Yes,
And
and he a
and the
mannequin
woman is
keeps coming to
Kim
life.
Cattrall. Yeah, Kim Cattrall is the mannequin, which is quite funny. And no, it's a really cute film. You've got Harris, the Inspector Captain Harris from the Police Academy movies. He's like the head security guard. That's like, he's a dummy. He's making out with a dummy. And doing that kind of stuff. And I don't know how Andrew McCarthy's career went downhill after this. It's just.
Yeah, he was probably the least successful of the Brat Pack, honestly.
Yeah, this and Weekend at Bernie's. I mean, that's a twofer right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's 2, and then yeah. Oh no, there were more unsuccessful Rat Packers, but not many. Yeah. Have you seen the Brat Pack movie? Where they got back together and yeah, and it's just him bitching the whole time, and everyone else is like, get over it.
Oh dear.
All right, this is one of Sophie's favorite films. I'm okay with it, but I've not really love it or hate it.
Oh, Major Payne. It's a good comedy. Damon Wayans is very funny. I think he's a great comedian. I think he's a great actor. He's being mean to a bunch of kids who are in like a cadets thing.
Each week we've had these kind of kids films that have been okay for adults to watch, kind of mature kids. We'll call them for the 12-year-olds and stuff like that. Yeah. Like we had Bushwhacked and we had Heavyweights. And then, now this week this fits in the same kind of category.
Yeah, it's like a kid's version of Full Metal Jacket.
Especially when that little kid takes the gun and sticks it in his mouth.
Yeah, that scene. Very, very rare to get that in a kid's movie. We're going to hell. Okay,
next one is a trilogy.
Ooh.
It's a bundle. I like to do my bundles.
Yes, bundles are good.
You're not gonna like this bundle though.
Okay, but let's go.
We're just gonna zip through them really quickly.
Oh, Look Who's Talking movies. Oh my god. Look Who's Talking 2 and
Look Who's Talking Now was the third one, yeah.
Which was the one
so
with
Look
the
Who's Talking is just the boy, and he's played by Bruce Willis.
Yes.
It's a actually decent film where it's got George Segal and Kirstie Alley and John Travolta, of course, and it's a much more mature film. Yeah. It's written by Nora Ephron, and it shows. It's a really fun adult film, and the problem was kids fucking loved it because it had the talking babies. Oh, the talking babies.
Yeah.
And
so the sequels
they brought out number 2. And number 2, number 3. Sorry, hang on. Number 2 is one of the kids is Roseanne Barr, and it's absolutely torturous.
And what was interesting is how I understand they did it, like with the baby stuff. They just shot hours and hours of the babies, and then they just said, we could cut that bit and do a voiceover that says this. So they shot a bunch of stuff with babies, and then they came up with the script for the baby bits and gave it to the voice actor.
Yeah. Except number 2 and 3 were more structured about how they want to, make the movie. The number 1 was a lot of it was improvised with, the scenes like when they're fighting over a bottle and he's trying to take it back and the baby's holding on to it. And, John Travolta would get into the moment. Like as you do when you're playing with kids, you over-exaggerate and stuff like that. He was really fun. And that's why I think they brought him back for the second and third. Plus, these two made a really fun couple. in a
Yeah,
way.
John Travolta and Kirstie Alley are good together. Yeah.
And then the third one came out, and this
With
is the
the pets
talking
talking.
dogs.
Yeah.
So we had Danny DeVito and what's her name?
Was it Rhea
Diane
Perlman?
Keaton.
Oh, it's
Diane
Diane
Keaton.
Keaton. Okay.
Did the voices of the dogs, and the kids no longer have the internal monologue anymore. And in the story, I think goes with John Travolta is flying planes for rich people, and the rich people want a woman executive, and purposely gets them stuck in a lodge in the snow so she can have his way with him. And he's like, "Oh no, I need to get back to my wife. It's Christmas," and all that shit. Like as if there was one thing believable about babies talking. It's another thing about John Travolta not cheating on his wife, but that's a different story altogether. Although it wasn't men in a gym at 10 o'clock at night, but
Say no
we
more.
know about that, don't we? Yeah, okay. So
oh, and the masseuse. Yeah. Oh, masseur, not masseuse. But anyway, let's go on.
Okay, here we go. Next one is...
Oh, Sam Neill as Merlin.
Sam Neill. Look at the cast. Helen Bonham Carter, John Gillard, Gielgud.
Sir John Gielgud.
And then Rutger
Yeah.
Miranda Richardson, Isabella Rossellini,
hell of a cast. It really
Martin
is.
Short, and the voice, which is going to get you sucked in,
Yeah.
James L. Jones.
Oh yeah, that is
the Mountain King.
Cast.
And why I love it too, it's also directed by Steve Barron, who is one of my favorite directors we've talked about before, who did the Ninja Turtles and Electric Dreams and all that. Yeah, but this is one of those. There was a whole bunch of these movies that were made for TV at the time. There was another one where who's the actor who plays Becca?
Ted Danson.
Ted Danson, and he enters a village and he's tied down by all these little tiny people.
Oh, that's a Gulliver's Travels thing.
Gulliver's Travels, yeah. So this and this were all part of this one series of movies that were made by the Hallmark Channel, believe it or not. But they had beautiful special effects and CGI. They were top shelf actors. It was an actually great production, So yeah, good little film.
That's a good one. Yeah.
All right, somebody stop me, please.
Oh wow, this was huge. The Mask was such a big movie when it came out.
It was the proper beginning of the Jim Carrey, like road train. What do they
Jim
call
Carrey
it when you get on the bandwagon?
Yeah.
This is the DTS version. You see at the top here, it has a little DTS logo.
Yeah.
Which adds $40 onto the price of the disc straight away.
Hey.
But yeah, a lot of fun and introduction, I think, to me for Cameron Diaz as well.
Oh yeah, she's the romantic interest in it. Yes.
Yeah, the dog stole the show, though. I think everybody will agree.
Yeah, but hugely entertaining movie.
All right, here's one you'll know.
Oh, Black Rain. Yes. Michael Douglas doing a gritty crime thing set in Japan. He's fighting the Yakuza. And Black Rain is a reference to the Yakuza boss was a child when Hiroshima was hit with a nuclear bomb. And he talks about he basically wants to destroy the United States because of the bombing. Because when he was a child, and the Black Rain came down. And it's like, yeah, okay, champ.
Awesome motorbike scenes on this. That's what highlights to me.
Really good action in this movie.
Yeah,
honestly.
and Andy Garcia's this was the first film I ever saw that had Andy Garcia in it. That introduced me to that actor.
And, young Andy Garcia.
The director was well known, I'm sure. Oh yeah, Ridley Scott, of course. Yeah,
of course, a very well known director. Yeah. So that's like slick 90s action.
Yeah, right, borderline 90s. I think it was 1990 or maybe even 89.
Early
But
90s.
it was right in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know this one.
Oh, well, I don't know. I think if you know one Van Damme movie, you know all Van
This
Damme
is the
movies.
joke, isn't it? Is I might have seen it, but all these names are all the same, so
Yeah.
you never know
Hard
if
to
you've
Kill.
seen it's what was the other one? There was Steven Seagal films as well have the same problem where all the names Hard to Kill. I think
Yeah.
you just said Hard to Kill, which is a Steven Seagal film. Are all they're all kind of generic action film names that we just forget about. Yeah.
But Van Damme films are a step above Steven Seagal films, though.
Oh, 100%. Although, as a kid growing up, when I was 15 watching both of these actors, I loved how Steven Seagal would break people's arms. You'd always walk out and they'd be like, and then the bad guy would be like, oh!
Yeah. But yes, the muscles from Brussels, Van Damme, I think he was an actual kickboxer, whereas Seagal was basically doing ballet. The jiu-jitsu was all stylized moves.
It was basically just throwing people onto the floor.
Yeah.
There's a move in Street Fighter 2 when you press the L2 button up the top on the controller.
Yeah.
All it does is kind of throws them, rather than actually, and it's basically someone just spamming the L2 button on the controller. Yeah. All right, this one might not be up your alley.
Let's
but
see.
It's popular.
Oh no, I saw. Okay, Christina Applegate, because she was famous for Married with Children. This was the first film that put her in a lead role. I think this is actually a funny film. Don't Tell Mum the Babysitter's Dead.
It's so out there. It's so different.
It's really. It's less mainstream than it seems. It's. I think this is actually a pretty good comedy.
Yeah, I think it got like the tagline says, it's very Home Alone-ish, and I think it got approved because of the popularity of Home Alone.
It's
this
like
is nothing like what you've ever seen before. It was so different.
Late teenager version of Home Alone, so it's way more sort of out there.
But my little sister flogged the shit out of this VHS. She would rent it constantly at the video shop. The same movie over and over and over again. I think she really connected with the lead actress about having to, take on responsibility, be a responsible girl,
Yeah.
And I think she liked the fact that it went into fashion as well. Like that was an interesting take that, but it hasn't aged well in the sense of the boss stops dating, Christina Applegate's boss and starts trying to hook up with Christina Applegate. And Christina Applegate being a 16-year-old girl at the time,
who's pretending to be in her 20s.
We're getting into some, rocky waters.
It's dodgy. Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of dodgy.
Oh, God. Oh, Tora. Oh, wow. This is a classic. What's this, like 1950s?
Oh, I don't know.
So is this Pearl Harbor? Is Tora about the attack on...
1970. It could be 1970, could it?
I don't think it's 70s.
1970.
Really?
Let's just quickly check on that, okay? Hang on.
Yeah, no, I want to check.
Put on your Jeopardy waiting music for a second as we quickly look it up. Tora.
1970. That is so much later than I thought it was. Okay.
But what was interesting about this film was it has two sections, the American side and the Japanese side.
Yeah.
And the Japanese side, they chose a Japanese director to film. And then the American side, they had an American director film it. And your video's frozen. Oh, no, there we go. Good.
No, I was just deep in thought.
And, so two separate production crews.
All right.
If you go and look on the back, you can see there's two,
Yeah.
production crew A, production crew B. Yeah, some great action scenes because it's all
Yes.
like real. They couldn't really use a lot of. There was a few puppetry scenes, but
Yeah.
there's some scenes where they actually crash an aeroplane onto a landing, and the propeller comes flying off and misses one of the sailors by a hairpin. Like literally this close to decapitating the dude on screen.
Yeah.
So that was a thing you could do back then in the 70s.
Yeah.
People would make these films and blow up something right next to them. Or another famous one is The Spy Who Loved Me.
Yes.
The famous thing where you got James Bond skiing down, and then as he gets to the bottom of the slope, he chucks off his skis and pulls a parachute, and then his skis start flying upwards because he's falling faster than his skis.
Yeah.
And they almost get tangled up in the parachute.
Oof.
And literally this close, if you watch the footage, it's quite amazing.
But of course, in the Twilight Zone movie, they got too close. Vic Morrow and the young child actors were killed when a helicopter crashed on the set.
Yeah. And John Landis lost his career in 1 second during that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, two kids though. Vic Morrow is one thing. I'm sorry to say, but it is sad seeing someone that was famous losing their life because of that. But the kids
got killed. Yeah, that was a very bad.
That's a really rough story to go back on. Yeah. I can't watch the Twilight Zone movie because of that.
It's pretty dark.
That's all I can think of. And the same goes for. That Rust movie that came out with Alec Baldwin?
Yeah, where someone got killed on set. I did actually watch that, but it was like, oof. Yeah, just remembering, like, someone died to have this movie made.
Yeah, okay. If they were a stuntman and they put their passion into it and they were fully aware that they could die doing what they're doing and they love doing it, that's something I'm going to embrace and enjoy because... they want us to do that. They did that because they want us to do that. And I feel like they'd be taken away from that. But then there's the other side where there's an actual. I was going to say the word accident, but it wasn't an accident. It was a fuck up.
It was a mistake. It was a fuck up. It was a gun that was supposed to be firing blanks actually discharged something solid and killed someone.
And same with the helicopter. It wasn't an accident. It was John Landis being greedy with the skill of what a helicopter pilot could do and the ability of a helicopter being not the most accurate tool. Like we've seen many accidents in our time. Just recently, there was the one where the helicopter crashed into an airplane. So anyway. Okay. Next disc.
Oh, Tango and Cash. This is pure camp fun, this movie, Tango and Cash. Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone. This is very funny.
Absolutely. And, they play off each other really well.
Yeah.
And it's such an over-the-top experience from when they go to jail and Jack Palance being the bad guy is so over the top. Everything about this film is just over the top.
Yeah. Honestly, if you like 80s, 90s action, this one's really good. It's great action sequences. It's funny. The characters play off each other really well, really entertaining.
So the other day we were talking about Scrooged, and I mentioned this actor, Michael J. Pollard.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael J. Pollard was also in, we know him from Roxanne. He was one of the firemen, but he's also the technical guy that gives him the big car at the end of the film, with all the gadgets on it that last about 40 seconds in the film before,
Again, great action comedy.
Comedy,
but it's fun.
Kurt Russell's so much fun, and when he gets dressed up as a woman, and like, there's so many silly like I said, over the top. Terry Hatcher doing her striptease with a drum kit, it's just.
So Sylvester Stallone is like the straight-laced one, and Kurt Russell's like the loose cannon. It's very funny.
Yep, absolutely, yeah. Okay, next up we have some Schwarzenegger. Here we go. You ready?
Reveal.
Get your mad face on because we've got some kindergarten.
Again, this is his peak comedy. He's actually pretty good in comedy.
So I would have gone Twins.
Oh, line ball. Absolute line. I think this is a better movie than Twins.
Yeah, okay. I like Twins better, but subjective,
Yeah, it is.
But
line ball between Twins.
It's not just he's great, but his partner, the woman cop.
Yes, she's awesome. She's really good.
She ate up the scenes that she was in. There was some pretty dark moments when he had confronted a father that was beating his kid.
Yeah.
And punched him out, and then the
principal
did this.
Yeah, she's like, I've got to admonish you there. Also, what did it feel like when you punched that son of a bitch?
You and Sophie just said it at the exact same time, like in stereo.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time for a classic.
Oh, The King and I. Okay.
Yeah, this goes into the $5 section because it's a pre-1969 film, as we talked about. These films don't sell very well. But I'm standing by that this is essential viewing.
Yeah,
there are so many of you out there that aren't watching these classic films, and you owe it to yourself to check these out. These are important films to watch.
Yeah, this was interesting. It's like an English governess goes to work for the King of Siam, which is modern day Sri Lanka. I think I'm trying to think. Was it Singapore? It's Singapore.
I was going to say not Israel. I was going to say Indonesia.
No, it's not Indonesia. That was what modern day country was Siam? I think it might have been Singapore.
Thailand.
It's Thailand. There you go. We're just expressing our geographical ignorance there.
Ignorance, yeah.
But yeah, it's,
so this
is great.
This is the remake of Beautician and the Beast with Fran Drescher and Timothy Dalton.
It is. It really is. It's a preemptive remake. It's
only a remake because it came out 40 years before Beautician and the Beast. Same story of
Yul Brynner was a time traveler. Yul Brynner was a time traveler, and he saw that movie, The Beautician and the Beast, and he loved it and said, I want to make a version of that. And he went back to the 60s and made this.
Have you seen the Bill Hicks stand-up he did about Yul Brynner?
I'm not sure, no.
Okay, we're going to have to stick that in now. And, I think you're going to have a good laugh at that. Okay. Here's one you definitely know.
Oh, hell yes, I know this. Fish Called Wanda. Great movie. Just everything about this movie is good. Great cast, great script, very funny.
Last week we were talking about Kevin Kline films, and I made a joke that I did not allow into the edit, that Kevin Kline made no other great films besides A Fish Called Wanda. And during the edit, I'm looking through at other films that he has done, and boy, oh boy, my foot could not fit further into my mouth. If you watched this last week while we were filming, I take that comment back. He's fantastic. He's so brilliant.
He's had a great career. I do think this was his best.
Absolutely his best. Don't call me stupid, it was just
so
made
good.
me. And the scene at the end when he's stuck in the concrete and he can't move, Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Ken coming to kill me.
Yeah. So
Just
good.
such
So
a good movie.
And with a great supporting cast. That's what's great about Fish Called Wanda is every cast member enhances the next. When you've got, John Cleese is great, but then you've got John Cleese with Jamie Lee Curtis makes John Cleese 50 times better.
Yeah. The
And
cast
then
worked
same with
incredibly
Kevin
well.
Kline. Kevin Kline was great, but when Kevin Kline was fucking with John Cleese and beating him up in his own house, thinking he was robbing his own house, 50 times better. And then you've got Michael Palin who's getting, cracked onto by Kevin Kline because, he's
just trying to mess
just
with his
fucking
head.
with him. Just for the sake of fucking with him,
Yeah.
50 times better. Just great chemistry between all the cast members, and that's what makes this film special, in my opinion. Sadly, Fierce Creatures dropped the ball by a mile. Down the street.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Again, it was okay, but it just doesn't compare to Fish Called Wanda.
Oh, I wouldn't even put it into the okay. I've watched that movie twice, and I struggled sitting through it the second time even.
Okay.
All right. Spencer Tracy, Katharine Hepburn.
Oh, guess who's coming to dinner?
Yeah,
Sydney this was such a groundbreaking movie.
Groundbreaking was the word I would have used too. Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Because in the story, Spencer Tracy, Katharine Hepburn are the parents, and they're very progressive, and they're having a family dinner. Their daughter, who's been away for a while, is bringing her boyfriend, who's Sidney Poitier, black, in case you didn't know.
Progressive or conservative?
It's very progressive, and what I really liked it does, the parents both consider themselves very progressive, but they're freaked out by their daughter dating a black man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a really good movie, way ahead of its time.
Anytime you put Spencer and Katharine into a film together, I'm always
Talk
down.
about
There's
great
so many,
honestly.
Look at all these films they've done together.
Yeah.
It's just so good. They're just made. They're just when you've got magic on screen and chemistry, you've got to milk it for all it's worth.
Absolutely.
Okay. I haven't seen this one. Maybe you have.
What's this one?
It's called Funny About Love.
I have not seen this. Obviously, that's a Gene Wilder film.
Oh, it's very Gene Wilder, isn't it? Yeah.
I have not seen this one, though. What year did this come out?
Came out after his wife died. 1990.
Oh, okay. I thought it might have been 80s. 1990.
Gene Wilder, Mary Stuart Matheson. Directed by Leonard Nimoy.
Okay, that was a left field thing I wasn't expecting. Okay, yeah, nothing to say about this because I don't know.
Okay, I'll read the blurb. With Gene Wilder in the lead role, you can be sure there's something funny about love. Wilder, the star of Silver Streak, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, and more laugh-filled favorites, joined Christine Lahey and Mary Stuart Matheson in this sometimes tender and always terrific comedy, directed by Leonard Nimoy, who also made 3 Men and a Baby.
Wait, sorry, did Leonard Nimoy direct 3 Men and a Baby?
It seems like he did. They wouldn't say it here otherwise, would they?
Good Lord. I did not know
Leonard
that.
Nimoy, the active comedy director. The story centers on Duffy Bergman, who played by Wilder, a famed cartoonist whose biological clock has sounded just in time for a midlife crisis. Duffy wants a child, and when his marriage fails to produce one, he begins a comic quest for fulfillment. I remember a movie with Burt Reynolds that was like that as well.
Yes, he wanted to be Paternity.
The Man Who Loved Women?
No, well, we could be thinking about, but there was a Burt Reynolds one called Paternity, which is about him.
Oh, that's it. Sorry, yeah, Paternity. Yep.
God, honestly, the plot line sounds dodgy as hell. I'm not sure it would hold up to modern scrutiny, but
Probably wouldn't. No.
no,
I don't think it held up back then. To be honest with you,
it wasn't a big hit.
It was not a big hit. Yeah, it was sort of straight to the VHS kind of.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. All right, we're getting there. We've only got about 5 or 6 left, and that's it.
Well, let's go.
We're flying through it this time. Yeah. Okay. Next up.
Oh gosh, early Mel Gibson film.
Oh, did you like last week's little Mel Gibson thing I added as well?
The voicemail recordings? Yeah. Oh. For anyone who doesn't know, Mel Gibson, very volatile person, very unhealthy relationship with alcohol, and prone to saying things that he shouldn't say.
But what I loved is he was directing. They were working on a film that's known as the Jewish Braveheart.
Yeah, it was meant to be about the Maccabees. Yeah, and it never came. And it's because he was trying to live down accusations of anti-Semitism because of the way he did the
Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ. And so he said, well, there's this great basically an action story from Jewish history, and he's going to do, and he couldn't get it together. So yeah, he's yelling at.
I don't blame him. That was the Joe Esteban. His name is it Esterhaus?
Yeah.
Terrible screenwriter. I'm sorry. There's nothing that I've really liked by him.
Yeah.
You know, like
for all his flaws, Gibson's a good screenwriter.
You think he was a good screenwriter?
Gibson. Sorry, no, I said for all his flaws.
Gibson. Sorry, I thought we were talking about.
He's a good screenwriter and a good director. So if he was having a problem with someone, he's going to get volatile, essentially.
Yeah. Who directed this? Steve Miner. I don't know who that is. But yeah, this is sort of a forgettable film. I think the premise was pretty cool because it's very hey, you remember what's that movie where Luke Wilson goes into a machine and then they wake up and everybody's stupid. Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this has the same kind of premise. He's in the 50s, gets into one of those machines, and then wakes up and it's the 90s, and he starts aging incredibly fast.
Oh, okay.
Within months, becomes like an 80-year-old man.
Okay, I've definitely not seen that one, so
you're not missing much. I'll be honest with you. Buy it, but
one for the Mel Gibson diehards. Oh, this is a classic. 4 Weddings and a Funeral. You either love it or hate it, but this was a Britcom. I think it was actually really well written, really well acted, really well structured. I don't think everyone loved it, but it was a pretty big hit.
Absolutely was, yes. It was the film that made Hugh Grant famous, but it also started the career of Richard Curtis.
As a writer and director.
Yes, yeah. Richard Curtis wrote this film. I think it was it was directed by someone else. Directed by Mike Newell. But this was the beginning of the there was a whole franchise after this with Hugh Grant playing the ditzy
foppish British romantic lead.
Yeah. Right up until he got caught
picking up a sex worker by the road just because he was alone, and I don't think we know because he just copped to it. Honestly, you know what?
Yeah,
he didn't try to hide it. He just said, I copped it. I was alone.
Eddie Murphy had the same thing as well. It just seems to be a thing with rich people as they, it's better than going to Epstein's Island, I guess.
It's when they try and cover it up that it's bullshit. But he did just kind of cop to it.
At least they're both willing participants. You know, like
yeah. There was no coercion.
No. Okay, so next up.
Wow, talk about classics. Fiddler on the Roof. So what's this? This is 50s or 60s?
If I was a rich man.
Toad Girl. Wasn't that the guy's screen name?
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
This is it's a musical. It's an absolute classic. And the big song from what was If I Was a Rich Man.
1971.
Was it really 71? I thought it was way earlier.
Right?
This is the second time something from the 70s has caught me by surprise.
Yeah, that you think it's from the 50s. Yeah, but to be honest, this oozes 1950s musical.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so I totally get where you're coming from with that. Yeah,
it's a classic story. It's a village in, I think, like Eastern Europe, a Jewish group of people, and there's the whole thing about they need to leave where they are, but what are they going to do? It's a really interesting diaspora movie. But again,
doesn't he have like 5 daughters? He wants to get married or something like
because
that?
that's the other.
I'm sorry, that's like a subplot, but that's something I really liked in it. Though.
Yeah,
really funny. That was the funny part of the story.
Yeah, the match.
Angry spot on. It was all about displacement and stuff like that, and it's a long film. Be aware, this gives like some of the biggest, longest epics that you've ever seen a run for its money. I think it's like 3.5 hours long.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's a long film, but hey, it's good value for money. Like it's only $5, and that's
oh my god, that's brilliant value for money.
That's like cents on the hour. So yeah,
get it. It's just in terms of volume, that's a bargain.
All right, next up, a musical.
Oh, Fantasia! This is like Disney animation at their peak. Honestly.
This is a Laserdisc essential. Everybody who has Laserdiscs need to have a copy of at least one copy of Fantasia. Some people have multiple copies. But it seems to be a thing like you have Yanni live at the Acopolis and you have Fantasia. It's a sort of a running joke that we all have. We all have Speed, of course, and Twister and True Lies. And, they're the good movies. But then you've got to have a little bit of crap,
Yeah.
And
I'm not saying you should drop a tab of acid before you play this one, but it's going to be the animation is wild in this. It's surreal.
What you do is you queue up Fantasia 2000 on the DVD player, so you just press AV2 and then hit play on the next thing as well, and then you got like this 4-hour trip. It
is really full on animation. It's great.
All right, next up.
Oh, Flatliners. Oh, man, I love this movie when it came out. This is a real Gen X movie.
Who directed this one? I know the name. Joel Schumacher, the guy that made Batman Forever and Falling Down. Yeah. He's a good director. Yeah.
So this is Gen X. All the actors are primo Gen X people, and they are just going into their professional careers in medicine. So this is for Gen X in their late 20s. And they all want to be taken seriously, and they're doing some cutting edge research into what happens after you die type of thing.
Yeah, we got Kevin Bacon, we got Keith Sutherland, who was massive at this point because of Lost Boys, but Julia Roberts, Oliver Platt, is that his name?
Oliver Platt,
and Billy Baldwin in the background there.
Just ultimate Gen X cast. That
is so Gen X, yeah. But yeah, good little film.
It's a good film.
Last one.
All right, what do we got?
Ready? Here we go.
Oh my god! Again, crowd pleaser comedy. This one, Father of the Bride. It's a remake. The original one, Spencer Tracy was the lead.
Yep.
This is a real crowd pleaser. of comedy, because the whole thing is it's the father who doesn't want to admit that his daughter's old enough to get married.
Yeah, he
And-
doesn't want to see his daughter leave, plus
Yeah.
the expenses of a wedding, plus
Yeah.
all the chaotic that goes around it, plus Martin Short as that French wedding advisor.
The wedding planner.
Yeah, wedding planner. Sorry, yeah. It's a great mix. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a really crowd pleaser rom-com. I guess from Steve Martin's point of view, it's a midlife crisis movie. And
Yeah.
but again, remake modern people. I think even at the time it came out, contemporary audiences weren't actually that familiar with the Spencer Tracy Father of the Bride movie, which was a hit in its day.
Well, it wasn't just adults seeing that movie. It was a movie that kids could go with their families because it was a rated G film.
Yeah, it's a very family friendly comedy
film, and it had a lot of love, a lot of heart in that film. It was lovely.
Yeah. For a G-rated comedy, it's really good G-rated comedy.
Did you like the sequel?
Honestly, the sequel was not terrible.
No, not terrible, but forgettable is the word I would use.
Yeah. I don't think it's necessary viewing. Like, you showed me Father of the Bride and I went, oh yeah, that's a classic of its time. It's worth watching. I'm not going to push anyone towards Father of the Bride 2. It's not terrible, but I'm not really going to push anyone towards it.
No, but if you do grab it, yeah, it is worth grabbing the second one. Just because, like we were talking about last week with another 48 hours. Once you get to know the characters, they all come back, and you've got another fun journey with them, which isn't always as good as the first one, but it's the same people, so you get to know them and you feel comfortable with them and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's this week's run.
That was a really great selection. There are some really good movies from 80s, 90s classics through to some real sort of 50s, 60s, 70s classics in there as well.
And you had a lot to say this week. Last week you were there weren't really many movies there that really kind of sparked you off and got you chatty. But this week you definitely got you going, Yeah.
I knew almost all of these. Like I'd seen almost
at least
all of these.
Yeah, you knew of at least, Yeah. No, thank you again, and thank you for all of you out there watching.
Yep,
and,
there are some great discs in there. Get in there.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, Fiddler on the Roof for $5. What the hell,
dude? $2.50 if you buy another $5 disc.
Okay, can't.
How am I not bloody broke?
You got to get in there. You got to get in there, people. These are some classic movies. Get them.
I'm rebuilding up that bargain basement again, just to give you some cheap options, just to pad out your package.
Do it. Get a whole bunch of them, people. There's some great ones.
They're fun movies. There are so many. Like Flatliners is great to watch. Late night with the mates and stuff like that. Yeah, I really enjoyed the selection of films tonight.
Awesome selection. I hope they sell out the day after we put this video up.
Yeah, I hope so too. Last week was a bit quiet actually, so you guys owe me. Come back this week.
Okay, we want a big week. We want a big week of sales this week. Get in.
And next week we got something very special for you too. So I really would love to
look at that.
I'm so super nervous and excited about it all at once. So but me and Angry have been planning behind the scenes for something a little bit more interesting. For you hardcore Laserdisc nerds out there are gonna bloody love it. I'm sure. Until then, we'll see you next week. Actually, I'll see you Friday, but after that, we'll see you again next week. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Angry Aussie.
Thank you, Charlie. Get in, everyone. All right.
And we came in 1 minute under. Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Spell supply.
All right. What are we doing here?
How do you spell supply?
Yeah.
SUPPLY. That's right, isn't it? My brain's saying it's right, but then I've got my second conscience going, no, wait, that's wrong.
I was just going back through some of the chat. Dr. Abigail is saying Tora 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 was actually historically accurate. So, yeah. I suppose to that the terrible Michael Bay film, Pearl Harbor. Jesus, that movie was terrible.
Can you put him out now so I can hear it?
Anyway.
Yep. Richos is working on Alzheimer's cure. Sharks are too smart, leading to fight survival in a flooded facility. That's the plot line for
Hey, Soph.
Hello.
How you doing?
How's everyone?
There's no Attack of the Clones on Laserdisc, but there is a making of Attack of the Clones on Laserdisc.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, on the when you buy the 2000 release of the trilogy, it has the making of yeah.
Oh, okay.
Skylar says yes, I inferred as much. They usually don't when they record on Laserdisc.
Oh,
What did
there
she
you
say?
go.
What that bit? Yeah, Battle Royale. That was the one I had my tongue twisted on.
Yeah, I've got Battle Royale 1 and 2 on.
How much memory was in his head? 400 megabytes.
Yeah, the central plot thing is the data they give him is too much to store in his brain.
Gigabyte. They compress a gigabyte of data into a 400 megabyte hard drive. Yeah.
And he has to delete the memories of his childhood to store it.
Yeah, some nice comments. That's cool.
Excellent. So, yeah, because William Gibson's like my favorite writer. And so his sci-fi, cyberpunk stuff has evolved over the years. But finally,
he's not the one that did you dirty by doing some dodgy shit with.
No, that's Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman.
Oh, right, Neil Gaiman. Yeah.
William Gibson has not disgraced himself up to this point, but William Gibson is the one who popularized the idea of cyberpunk, particularly with the novel Neuromancer and 2 subsequent novels that had like hackers and cyberpunk shit going on. And finally, I think it's Apple Plus. I'm not sure. I think like Apple's streaming thing have commissioned a series for Neuromancer, which was published in the 80s and has never been adapted. And William Gibson apparently is actively... Oh, Diamond Art Kitty, I'm about to go to bed. Friday, Diamond Art Kirsty, if you come on Friday, I will invite
Friday's Angry Bunch, where everybody comes on and we have a big old chat
and
with
it
everybody.
goes late.
And I've got a special guest on Friday who's going to debate you about punk dying ending in 1979. So that's going to make an interesting conversation with you.
Okay.
You know how you said there's no more punk anymore after 1979.
No, I've never said that.
Yes, you said, and then I brought up Green Day and stuff like that. You said punk was...
Oh, pop punk from the 90s is, again, music I like, but it's not punk.
So there was a lot of punk bands that you like that were around in the 79, but they continued on into the 80s as well.
Yeah.
Like even the one how you sent me the one I love is the guys that did Takaka, you know, the on the guitar, you know, the punk version of it. You know what I'm talking about?
No, not really. Takasha Fugue in D minor.
It was an instrumental piece, and he did it all on. It was like a punks. It was. I found the video because you posted it on Jukebox.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, Kirsty, Diamond Art Gal Kirsty, Friday, we'll be on for hours and have people on. If you're free on Friday, that's the time to come on. Would love to have you on.
Suffer, lasers aren't purely region free. There is a thing we've got in called PAL and NTSC. PAL is counting for the European and Australian region, and NTSC is Japan and America. And so they're technically, region coding by the sense that we've got different power sources. Australia use 50 hertz power, and American use 60 hertz power. So you couldn't have the same things mixing over.
But some of the players play both.
Yep, you can get players that do both. Yes, true. Yep. But same with DVD players and stuff like that. You get
Australia was apparently a leader with we're just selling multi-region DVD players. Fuck it.
Yeah, and TVs are all about, like in the 90s. Most of our TVs you could buy were able to show NTSC and PAL on them.
PAL,
built in. Whereas even England wouldn't have that.
Yeah, Australia was notorious for crossing the boundary. Anyway, it's bedtime. I'm going to bed. You'll take care. Be back on Thursday, all things being equal. Kirsty, Diamond Art Gal, Friday, I would love to see some of your art.
Tomorrow morning, I'm going to hit you up for that microphone audio again.
Oh yeah. You've got to just remind me, and I'll do the whole.
If you don't mind me doing that, I don't mind doing.
No, because I forget. I just wake up in the morning and doing stuff. Then I get a message from you.
I
need to give you the audio file.
So I don't blame you for not thinking about it. You've got to focus on your work. I get that. Yeah. All right. Thank you again, though. I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
That was a great selection. Love tonight. So you'll take care. We'll see you another time. But bye for now.
You are totally fucked up!